So then we have the Plague Marines that we've done here in the iron armor, and you saw these a couple of months ago now, but they've just been finished up with all of their green stuffing and also been undercoated, primed yesterday. And the idea is I'm going to paint these up for custom terrain. I've replaced the hand on this guy, who was the dude throwing the grenade. So you can see all the Nurglification on his chest, and that's a Nurgle chest. But then you can see that I've done some on the jetpack as well. Just subtle stuff. Custom Terrain didn't want to go overboard. I think that was a good call. A little bit of what I've been doing is doing some super glue, and then putting some baking powder on it, which creates a really nice rusted texture. And I could use weathering powders later on as well. Just some bone texture on the knee there. He's a pretty cool guy. I love Forge World. Oh man, this stuff is so awesome. Posability, the dynamism, and the detail and the sculpts are pretty cool. This is my favorite guy. He's got a the skull face. Yeah, that's right. Bit of Ghost Rider going on there, and he's got these shoulders. And I did another shoulder over here, and what else? A little bit of stuff on there, a little bit of rust, and some boils on the leg here. And I'll go in with some pigments and stuff to mess that up. About this guy, I love his helmet. Very cool Forge World helmet from the Mark. I think it's the iron armor. And then what I did was cut it in half and do a face on the other side. So he's sort of like lost half of his helmet. And then green stuffed in the gaps, and that comes up really nicely. And some stuff on the shoulder there. Yeah, don't be afraid to cut away the shoulder if you want to show the detail. And stuff here on the jetpack. And he's doing some weird kind of like overhead shooting thing. It's kind of an odd pose, but it works. We've got some Nurglification on the knee pad there. I like it when things are all primed up. I never really see my conversions primed. In fact, I'd like to start priming them. It's got some tubing there that I did, this roll. You know what you can do is, I've got a cast here, where is it? So, that's how I do my tubing. Got this little guy here, this ribbed, this is some polymorph plastic. Like, you may as well do it with Oyomaru. You know what that is? It's a cast of a computer cable. So it creates this inverted shape, and then I get the other one that's the same as that, and I roll them. Put a piece of green stuff in there, and you roll this up and down, and it creates the curves that you see in the pipe. Like so. You can do big ones, small ones. Oh, this guy's the one with the stomach, that's right. So he's got his exploding stomach coming out there, intestines everywhere and stuff. That'll be nice and gory. Yeah, I like base coating things. So if maybe I should start base coating my commissions if people want that, because it's nice to be able to show them off all done instead of green and grey and stuff. I obviously haven't drilled the boulder holes out. Whoops, I'll have to do that later. And yeah, so this detail is great. This Forge World stuff is really awesome. If you're thinking about picking up some, it's very enjoyable to work with. And a little bit of detail on the jetpack there. Where are we? There we go. And a sort of intestinal tube going from the mouth to the gun. Don't know why he would have that, but it's Nurgle. It doesn't make any sense. Got the gun here. I like this guy. He's one of my favorites. Got some bubbles, and that's where you can see the baking soda, the tip of the sword there. Shoulder stuff there, boils. Again on the leg here, and here on the arm bit too. So that's the set of 5. And I like to paint them up as soon as I can. They're pretty cool. I'll show you my Orks if you want. Let's have a look at them. I'm over here. So this is my favourite. I love this boss guy. Now this is a pretty simple modification, but what I did was add some. Let me just get this to work. There we go. Now it's autofocus again. So now I've added some green stuff in here on the leg. You can't even see it. That's great. Gave it a bit of extra height so that he can stand up. So instead of being bent over. There you go there. And he's standing on this rock. And put a little gribbly, little tiny squig hanging on the cords. So that cord's usually connected. Cut it in half and put the squig from one of the banner poles hanging there. That'll be fun to paint up. Pointing claw. And what I used was a smaller head. And it's really effective, you know. I had this idea to do it, and then I was reading White Dwarf a couple of weeks later, and someone had done the same thing, one of the painters from Heavy Metal. So I thought, oh, if they've done it, I'm in good company. But I think the smaller head on the boss is really cool because it makes him look huge, especially when he's standing next to his other guys. And then you've got this mouth plate to sort of offset the smallness of the head. I've got a sort of a custom, this is a horse's tail for his. I sometimes find that they're a bit more dynamic, and it's flowing in the same direction as this over here. And then a custom Bad Moon's pole. I'm not sure where this is from, but it's not meant to be upright like that, so that's cute. That makes the moon shape for the Bad Moons. And it's a squig backpack extension. That's the thing that they use to zap the squigs with for the squig herder kit. And then of course here's the arm separate and just pointing down. I like that look, pointing down like that. And the reason that works is because he's a little bit high on the base, so he can point the gun arm down. And it's got some skulls there. I like that model a lot. That was a lot of fun. And then there's some random orcs, really. These orcs are interesting that they're a combination of pieces from fantasy and 40k. So for example, these chess pieces. I think this is the fantasy chess piece, but maybe it's not. It's probably 40k, but some of them are fantasy, and again, just creative poses. I find building up the base to suit the pose is also a good idea, rather than trying to fit the model to the base all the time. You can get interesting angles, and also like a dynamic relationship between the base and the model if you build up the base. So there's that, and then there's the rocket launcher, and then this guy's crazy. I love him. He's sort of dancing with his chainsaw and his gun and his spiky back. He's pretty cool. I should do an orc army. They're so characterful, so easy to make look good because they're just so fun. He's got a big gun. He's throwing his mortar. I'm pretty sure that's an arm on the kit, the mortar, or maybe it's something else, but I cut it, I'm not sure. Either way, that's pretty cool. And this guy with his little pole, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a fantasy chess piece there from the Black Orks. So he's got his cleaver in one hand. Look at the detail. Never noticed that skull before. Bolter, and then he's got again a sort of custom. The same piece from the boss kit, I think it is, or similar, very similar, and it's on his head. So Bad Moon's banner bearer. So looking crazy, dancing away, and then we've got this fella here with his runt herder whip on his waist there. Oh, I think he just fell down outside, and this fella here with his runt herder whip and his power axe and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. That's those are our orcs. Whoop. And gotta get those painted up for CustomTerrain for display for his awesome terrain. Just a bit of a fun thing for a mate. So hope you enjoyed seeing those up close, and we'll keep you updated. I've got lots of projects on the go, and I didn't want to make videos about them at the moment. I'm starting Warhammer Fantasy, so I can build that while I paint my sisters, and got some more commissions coming up. And yeah, thank you very much for all the comments and support. It's always really welcome and really great to hear that you're enjoying the videos and that you like the builds and stuff. Makes it all worthwhile. So thank you, and hope you keep on enjoying them, and yeah, talk to you soon. Alright guys, have a good week, and I look forward to more videos. See ya!